We opened the Bier Abbey in June of 2012. The Bier Abbey main focus or draw is 30 draft beers. We also have beers and bottles, but the draft selection is what rotates more frequently and really where more of the specialty beer comes in. So we try and run the gamut from lower easy drinking beer to the higher alcohol, lower serving size, more full flavored beer. We served our beer at 3 separate temperatures coming out of 3 different coolers in the basement. The food is meant to complement the beer. We still have a small but focused menu which will change over time seasonally and hopefully a lot more specials coming up, but the food is really there to enhance the beer and not necessarily be a focal point on top of the beer. When we opened in June, it took a few months to really get some consistency with customers coming in and even seeing what the rhyme and reason for the week is. And coming up through the fall and into Christmas time, momentum builds a little bit. And I think now that we've been around a full year, it's really made it a little bit easier for us to manage. We've gone through our first full summer, I guess, fully operational. So it's really I guess consistency is where we're at right now. We can predict and manage and do what we need to do, but the business really is, I guess, it's probably at a level that I'm comfortable with right now. I've worked in New York for most of my professional life. I have family and friends in Albany, Schenectady area. So, seeing what's around and having to choose between Albany or Schenectady or wherever, the Schenectady, just the look and feel really was a draw. Even the promise of things getting better, knowing when some of the changes that have happened in Schenectady over the past 10 years and where it was going. And then of course, just finding the right location. The Bier Abbey location at 613 Union really is, it's sort of a perfect fit. I mean, older buildings are never necessarily a perfect fit because they need a lot of work or a lot of love here and there, but the building really sucked me in. Early on, we had a lot of fluctuation in our business. So the business has grown probably primarily by like our regular customer base. I mean, we still have people coming in for the first time, which is good, and we always want that to happen. But our regular customers are people who come, 3 or 4 times a week, or once a week, or even some of the corporate groups that come in here or there for lunch, or for luncheons, or for smaller parties, or for whatever. The consistency on that side really is where it's grown. I mean, it's there. So the core business is there. You always have to build on that to get additional customers or to tell people about you that don't already know you're there. Staffing was probably the biggest question mark going in. I mean, I'd worked with a lot of people over the years, but never had to pick and manage a staff based on what's available. And we still have a couple members of our staff who've been here since about the time when we opened, either when we opened or shortly thereafter. And we've lost some people, we've gained some people, gone back and forth, but we have a pretty solid core crew. I mean, some people come and go, but the majority of them have been there for more than 6 months, 6 or 8 months, and they are great. They are all beer geeks in training. They aspire to be as geeky as me probably, but they're all getting there. I mean, beer is a fun thing to really dive into and learn about. The only pitfall sometimes is getting up in the morning, but